Hello gamers, welcome to another my video where I describe you great games to play and maybe not so well known, and with my tips and tricks to you be successful in those games. And so this video will be one of tips and tricks for game called Empires and Allies. So for example, I will show you in this video sort of philosophies, so to say best tactic to use in battles against players no matter what level you are, or it doesn't matter if you are new player or very strong player. I think this my tactic that I will explain you will I hope that will help you to understand the mechanic of this game and so to say philosophy how to be successful in each battle. Okay, so to try not making too much bigger this video, I will start to show you my tips and tricks. So also you must know that I will make more videos about this game because many things I need tips and tricks to explain you. So mostly now we'll focus on tactic to be successful against players, and I will now tell you how to be successful and so to get very nice things in game like resources for upgrades, components, and unlock omega units, and of course to do research. So I wanted to tell you that in each my video I will try to put different tips and tricks, and so check out my first video of this game, review of this game, because I put some different tips and tricks, and so I do not put same tips and tricks in each video. I will try to make different tips in every video to be different. So let's get started to introducing you. So this I hope so will be very useful to I tell you why, because this mechanic and philosophy, so to say, against players in this game, I think I figure out very nicely, because I like strategy games a lot, playing that is my favorite genre, so to say. So I will now explain you. From start I will focus for new players what is best, and I will then go to higher level players, tips and tricks also, and so on, until I hope so you will be always successful in attacking other players and get very nice things in battles. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, for new players I have to say, I must say that for new players it will be very easily to get resources to attack successfully players, because not so many people are very experienced in this game. So don't worry about it, you'll level up very fastly. But first of all, I advise you to, before level up, to upgrade all your buildings to highest level and all your research units, I mean on this thing, to be at highest level. And this is very important, so I will now focusing to explain you this philosophy, so to say. So this is very important. Your troops that you use in battle against players, I advise you to firstly level up in your research. And first, for new players, so this video I will start explaining for new players, and I will focus for advanced tips and tricks, and for higher level players tips and tricks. So it is very important to use infantry and to level up at as highest as much as you can, because each infantry, here we are, each infantry level will unlock different kind of troops in your squad. So you basically start with just infantry, but as you level up you will get in infantry troop that heal other troops, and also some other infantry that have rocket launchers which can be useful, but not so very useful like healer. That medics, here we are, as you can read, for example. Medics is very useful in this battle against other players. So this is why it is very important to level up. Firstly, to level up your rangers, and then focus on tanks and other troops. So for new players, I advise you to do not use at all these kind of troops. Here we are. This striker. I do not advise you to use striker because it is really not so strong against anything really. So as you can read, it can target structures, but it doesn't done so much big damage on structures, and also not units like other troops that I will now explain you. So I advise you to do not have in your squad against players these striker troops at all. So for new players, best is to use infantry and tanks. Tanks is good against destroying very fast buildings, so to say, faster destroy buildings. So it is very useful. When I started playing this game, I remember that I very easily, with this combination of troops, I very easily defeat every enemy, every player, so to say. So infantry is to help you, and a lot tanks do you have in your squad, and you can always will be successful in battles. So for example, what I wanted more to tell you, yes, let's get back for new players to show you what I mean, what is next important. For example, no, I don't want here, I want here. So for new players is very important. That is not so very high level players. It is very important, those things that I will now show you. And here we are. Okay, so let's attack this one to show you what is important. Just a second to load, and here we are. So when you are new, if you're a new player, you must use this ability. Here we are, this ability. Always must use this ability to destroy buildings, but only use it on defense buildings, for example, like this one. And this is very important for new players to use this all the time. When you are a stronger player, this thing do not get so much important in battles like other abilities, orders, so to say. So for new players, you must redirect your tanks and infantry to destroy defense structures. And when you destroy defense structure, just leave those troops to destroy all other buildings around them. When you destroy all other buildings, for example, I destroyed all these defenses, just leave them to destroy other buildings, and then go to another defense structure by clicking here and select the defense target you want to destroy. So as you can see, it is very important to use, if you're a new player, this method, because you are very weak and you cannot just put your troops to go around and do whatever they want. So you must use that ability order if you're a new player. Later it doesn't matter so much. So I advise you, of course, to have tanks and infantry if you're a new player, and everything will be fine. Just use this order on firstly destroy defenses. Always destroy defenses. Do not use this ability to destroy, for example, these buildings that is not defenses, because it is not important, they will destroy on their own. So you must direct your troops where they to go and to focus fire, so to faster destroy defense structures. Okay, that is it. What I wanted for new player to tell you. Yes, defeat, but not so long. We will go to battle and I will show you what I mean. Okay, just a second to what I wanted more to tell you about it. So yes, after you get resources, do not focus on upgrade your buildings, defense buildings and other buildings. Just focus to as fast as you can to do research in these things. Yeah, sort to say, I'll a little confuse you. You can upgrade your buildings, you will have a lot of resources, but I mean that you must upgrade your troops that you use in battles. You must do that. Okay, so let's get to now advanced tips and tricks. So point in this game is to use combination, so to say combos of troops that you will gonna deploy. And for example, combination for advanced that I most like is those troops that are shooting at the ground, so to say it doesn't fly. And why is that? For me, it is very best tactic in game that will proven very good when you are very high level player. Why? Because when you are using, for example, like this drones, attack drones, or if you are using like this helicopters, it is not so very important because it can shoot down very easily by infantry and many defense structures like this, or for example like this, so they can be shoot down very easily. So I advise you, when you attack players, to use only ground troops. And when you use ground troops, you must first destroy artillery buildings. Here you are, artillery buildings, because they do most damage to your troops. And everything will be fine when you first destroy them in battles with your orders, tomahawks, sand, and sort of. So I advise you to use ground troops. It is very proven best tactic in this game. Many different there are combos. I advise you, that is very important. It doesn't matter when you level up that new troop is very good. So for example, like drones, it is very useful when you unlock it. Even if you are level up to highest level attack drones, it isn't sort of strong in battle, because it can die very easily by destroying them by infantry that enemy deployed or defense structures. So you will lose it, and again you have to build it without really big effect on successfully attacking player. I'll show you what I mean. So I like to use attack ground troops, and for me it is proven best to have at least 2 or 3 tanks, then 1 or 2 infantry, and 1 or 2 tomahawks. For example, this combination I use, and it is proven very useful. Tomahawks, this one, what I mean, for example, let me show you. I mean of this troop, Tomahawk is very strong against buildings, and you want to destroy buildings very fast. That is the philosophy of this game. sort of tactic in this game, to destroy as fast as you can buildings and to not spend too much time going around, because battle have, as you know, limit how much it will last. So this is very useful, and you must always have infantry in your squad because it have healer. For example, here it are that baby. So it heal your troops at a very fast rate. So very fast it heal that are damaged troop, and infantry is very useful for destroying robots that very often is deployed by enemy. I mean of these one robots. Let me show you what I mean, defense. I mean about this one. So they will destroy very fast this defense spider drone. So you must have infantry, because if you do not deploy infantry, your enemy spider drones will very easily destroy your tanks and tomahawks. And also this we are going now for more advanced tips and tricks. And if you are just unlocked all those things, all those troops, you will not unlock it yet omega units. And this is we going to very important thing, very important thing. When you get enough points to unlock your first omega unit, I advise you to unlock, for example, you will from battles get blue points to unlock omega units that is little weaker than purple troop, purple omega unit. So first, until you get enough blue, purple you get from chest. Unfortunately, only that way you can get. So when you get enough to unlock your first omega unit, I advise you to unlock Falcon. Here we are, this baby. Unlock Falcon, because it is proven the really best omega unit that is combination with ground troops that I use. Because why? It can stun. Here we are. It have ability to stun enemy, and usually very efficient when attacking spider drones. For example, what I mean, to you better understood me, this defense spider drones from enemy that is deployed, it will stun it, and your troops will easily kill them very easily. I explain you in battles in my review of this game, my first video. I many battled there, and you can see how that Falcon omega unit is very useful. And so I easily defeat any attacking drone, because Falcon stun those drones, and also it can stun defense buildings. And when Falcon stun defense buildings and drones, especially defense buildings, they cannot shoot anything, so you can easily destroy defenses. And also very interesting ability it have shield. Here we are, and here we are. It have a shield that for some time, here we are, for some time it literally your troops don't take any damage. So this is the very best omega unit for me, at least for combination that you use only ground troops. Because also something very important, Falcon is flying omega unit. So why it is also the best omega unit? Because it can fly, and because it fly, none of defense structures can destroy it. For example, only special defense structures like this, that Patriot, that target air units like Falcon, only can it harm it, and also infantry can harm, but not so many damage it will give to Falcon, and you will very easily kill infantry. So it is very important when you use ground troops combination to use Falcon with it. It is proven the ultimate mega giga ultimate great tactic to destroy enemy. So first, when you get enough points, first you unlock Falcon, and later you can unlock, for example, Viper, and experiment with those Omega units. For example, there is also some tactic that some people use, Viper, that just put Viper and attack just one Omega unit and no other units they deploy in battle, and just use Viper because it have very big range of fire, so it can from distance destroy every building. And also it can, for example, fire missiles, so to attack more targets at one time of firing. So it is, I think, the tactic that many put just Viper to destroy, but I really don't advise you to just deploy one Omega unit, because when it is destroyed Omega unit, it is very hard to use all resources to revive it, to heal Omega unit. So I don't like that tactic to use one Omega unit in attacking players. Even if it is very good Omega unit, it is not so very strong, and you will not have enough time to destroy all buildings and to get all resources and 3 stars. So focus on your Falcon and ground troops, and you will, no matter how much level you are, very high or very low, you will be very successful. On this account I play on Facebook Game Room. On my second account that I play on mobile device, it is proven I'm very stronger there. There I'm very stronger and very high level, and I unlocked many troops. For example, what I mean, I unlocked many of these babies, and it is proven very good tactic to just use ground units with Falcon. It is very useful to use like that, and I will show you in battle little later. Just now what I wanted more to tell you. Also, always do research. Do not use resources for your base defense because base defense, no matter how strong you have base defense, you can always enemy can easily defeat you unless you have reinforcements, some very nice reinforcements that you send by your friends. So it is very useful. This is my tactic. I have described this tactic of attacking only with combination of ground troops without using any reinforcements that my friends sent me. Some reinforcements that they sent me are all ready to defend my base. Okay, so what I wanted more to show you. So yes, just use this tactic. When you unlock better tanks, when you get higher level, then use better tanks, and you must have infantry because of that one infantry that heal your troops. It really helps healing your troops very fast. They heal your troops. And tomahawks is very nice. You don't have to use 2 of them, you can use 1 of them because they are very strong against buildings, and also they're very strong against infantry. Because area of fire there is very large, so it can destroy infantry for one single fire of missiles. Okay, so what I wanted more to tell you before we going to battle, to I tell you what if I didn't miss something, just to I look on my paper. Okay, so yes, when you're going to battle, it is very important which enemy to not attack. I explained you in my previous video that tactic, but I will tell you again. So, for example, when you choose target to attack, I advise you to not attack players like this, for example, that have a lot of trees. These trees, a lot of trees, because you cannot see very well what buildings are under it, around it, so to say. So I do not advise you to attack any player that have a lot of trees. And also I advise you to attack players only that didn't deploy Omega unit, because if enemy player deployed Omega unit, it will be very, very hard for you to win battle, no matter what Omega unit he deployed. So this example of building will tell you if it is deployed Omega unit or not. This is closed building and it doesn't show Omega unit, so you can attack this player. Also, let me tell you important something. Okay, I want to show you what I mean, just to find the target. Okay, it is not this one. It is not this one. And here we are, stealth units detected. I advise you to do not attack such players that will show you this message, stealth units detected, because you do not know what is under the stealth field. It can be some defense structures very badly for your troops, and so you do not know what tactic to use and where to attack also. So never attack players that have a lot of trees and that you cannot see buildings around it, and never attack players that have stealth units detected like this one. Okay, what I wanted more to tell you, always when you're going to attacking players, you use your strike force from your friends. Always one strike force put on to increase command points. It is very important and helpful. And always use one strike force on your infantry, because they are not so very strong on your infantry. And then you can use for example one on tomahawk, and if you use two tomahawks you can use another on tomahawk or one on tank, because tomahawks is also very weak, so it will very much beneficial from strike force you apply. So this is very important. You must put one strike force to command weapons command, so you to have more command points in battle. So it is very important, one strike force here, one on infantry, or if you have two infantry, put on each infantry strike force, and rest you can put on tanks or tomahawks, for example. Okay, that is it what I wanted to explain you. And so now I think we can go to battle to show you what I mean. Okay, yes, let's put some. No, I will not put music so you can hear me better. Ooh, I like these bases that are very much everything is around, because I can destroy all buildings very easily. So it is very important, because you use ground troops to first destroy artillery buildings, because they are very strong against your ground combination of troops. So we will first focus to destroy all artillery buildings, and rest will be just nice. Just put here, for example. Okay, we didn't destroy. You can again use command points to finally destroy it. Let's destroy this artillery, and here we are. Now it's safe to our ground troops be successful. Let's attack from this side. Also, it is very important if you're a new player to decide where you will, from which side you will start attacking. And here we are. Just look how Omega unit stun this. Okay, let's stun this one. How stun attacking drones. Very, very nicely. Just look how infantry destroyed attacked drones very fast. And very nicely. Okay, let's heal. Let's use shield. Just look how much shield it gives. It cannot destroy my troops because of shield. That is why Falcon Omega unit is one of the best. Let's use again. Let's heal our troops. And you can see this tactic to use just ground troop is very useful. Why? Because almost not any of my troop is destroyed. So it doesn't cost me a lot of resources to build new troops that is killed in battle. And here we are, we won very easily with all my troops almost survived. Very easily. Here we are. Infantry, expect to infantry die very a lot, but all other troops are very survived. Here we are, for example. And that is why it is best tactic to use just ground troops in this game with combination of Falcon. And just look how many troops is survived. Just one tank destroyed and one tomahawk, and of course expect to infantry die a lot in battles because they are very, very weak no matter how much research upgrade of that troop you have hired. And just look how amazing little oil I need to revive, to heal all, to get new troops. So that is why I'm telling you this tactic to use just ground troops with combination of Omega unit Falcon. I mean this baby Falcon. Just look how much repair cost me, almost nothing. So with this Falcon, if you get purple, enough purple, I advise you to unlock Falcon that is purple, because it really helps these new abilities. Here we are, these new abilities. It really helps. As you can see, extra command points, and you will get super heal, which is really amazing Omega unit. For me, this is the best Omega unit as I seen, especially because it can fly and ground defense tractors cannot destroy them. And that is it. Best tactic, that is philosophy in game to use ground combination of troops. So to be successful against attacking players, it is very proven, very nice to always research. Firstly, to research your troops that you use against players. Do not research troops that you will not use against players, so to not lose your oil or for nothing, for example. And also, what I wanted more to tell you, yes, to always, if you're a new player, always move your troops. I didn't show you that. Always use this building to this order to, let's attack to, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, this, if you're a new player, always use this order to select target your troops to go, because they will go, firstly destroy defense buildings, and then you can focus on other buildings like this, for example, like this. So it is very proven good tactic in this game to use only ground troops with combination of Falcon combination with ground troop is amazing as you see. Amazing. I didn't lose any almost troop in previous battle against player. So that is it. I hope so. What I wanted more to tell you, to I not miss something, just to look on my paper. Okay. So yes, I think that is it. For example, you use ground troops. It doesn't matter. It is very important. It is not matter if you are unlocked new troops. That new troops are good in battles. For example, attack drones for me is pretty useless. I mean, on this attack drones, because they really die very fastly by infantry, by defense tractors. Everyone can kill them very fast. Okay, that would be it for this philosophy, so to say, tactic, how to be successful in every battle against every player. And I hope so this was very useful video for you, and find it very useful and helpful. And I will make, surely I will make more videos about this great game with more tips and tricks, how to build base very nicely, to what is where to put on base, what building where to put, what building are important, what defense are good, for example, where to put stealth generator, why it is important, reinforcements, many more things I need to explain you, and so on. Okay, that would be it. I hope you find this video very useful and this tactic philosophy to be successful in game, and see you next videos with more tips and tricks and more my review of great games that I think great to play but not so well known. Okay, that would be it. I hope you enjoyed and find it very useful, this video. Bye!